If memory could be traded, here's the only rule. Memories can be extracted, stored, and written into another person's brain, but they cannot be copied. One memory exists in exactly one place. Sell it, and it's gone from your mind forever. The buyer gets it, you lose it. Your past is a one-of-a-kind asset that can be removed and transferred in a single transaction. Once human experience became transferable, new professions emerged. The hottest job isn't doctor or lawyer anymore, it's memory hunter. They walk into hell on purpose to create high-value memories, descending into the deep ocean to lock eyes with a giant squid. The water so cold it burns, the darkness so complete the only thing you can hear is your own heartbeat and the pressure of something massive moving through the water nearby. Getting buried alive for 3 days just to know what suffocation and rebirth feel like, the weight of soil on your chest, every breath like you're pulling in the last oxygen on Earth. Standing in the center of Tornado Alley as the wind tears at your skin like 1,000 shards of glass, every spike in heart rate is a deposit in the bank. They produce rare experiences with their lives, then sell them, and afterwards their minds go blank. They forget how close they came to dying. A billionaire buys a deep-sea memory. After the ride, he closes his eyes and sees that lightless abyss. He feels the water pressure crushing his chest. But he also knows with absolute clarity that this experience is not his. His brain now houses a stranger's terror, and that stranger no longer remembers what he was afraid of. On the opposite end are memory performers. They don't risk their lives, they risk something else. They sell the most intimate, most irreplaceable thing a human being can own. A 17-year-old boy walks into a memory clinic. He's not selling trauma. He's selling the first time he kissed someone. Her name was Ella. End of the high school hallway. 4:30 p.m., sunlight turning her eyelashes gold. He remembers his palms sweating, remembers the taste of orange soda still on her lips, remembers being so nervous he forgot to close his eyes, so the image burned into his memory is her lashes lowered, her cheeks flushed. He remembers his heart pounding so hard he thought it might explode, and then she opened her eyes, smiled, and said, "Your lips are really dry." The memory sits on the market for 3 days before a 53-year-old collector buys it. $3,000. He replays those 15 seconds over 20 times. He's never had a kiss like that in his life. He now knows what orange soda tastes like, mixed with lip balm. He knows what it looks like when someone's eyelashes tremble right before you kiss them. He knows the feeling of the entire world going quiet because someone is kissing you and meaning it. And a boy walks out of the clinic with nothing in his head. He doesn't know why he keeps touching his own lips. He doesn't know why the smell of orange soda makes his chest cave in. 3 years later, Ella runs into him on the street. She smiles. "Do you remember our first kiss?" He looks at her face and remembers nothing. But his lips go dry. His heart speeds up. He says, "Sorry, I don't remember." But his body does. His lips remember. This kind of memory is the highest volume asset on the market. And it's not just first kisses, first times. Two people in the dark, clumsily figuring out each other's bodies. The electric shudder when skin touches skin for the first time. Lying on crumpled sheets, afterwards staring at the ceiling, heart still racing, mind completely blank except for a smile pulling at the corners of your mouth for no reason. The first time someone says, "I love you," those words hit your ears and something detonates inside your ribcage. And then you realize you're smiling and you can't stop. The first time someone pulls your head against their shoulder when you're crying. You smell the laundry detergent on their shirt. You feel their hand gently patting the back of your head. Your tears soak through the fabric and they don't say a word. These moments don't need editing. They are already the most irreplaceable thing in human experience. Not because something extraordinary happened, but because they only happened once. That person's scent. The quality of the light, the temperature of their fingers, the rhythm of your heartbeat, that combination cannot be replicated. But in this world, it can be sold. High-end memory performers offer more than just a date. They offer a complete relationship, 3 months, the best summer of your life with someone who doesn't exist. The performer gets a full backstory written into them, how the two of you met, who spoke first, where you went on your first date. Then they live those 3 months with you. For real, on the beach, she walks in your footprints and says it saves energy. On the road trip, she props her bare feet on the dashboard and sings off-key to the radio. Late at night on a motel balcony, splitting a cheap bottle of red wine, she takes a sip, says it's terrible, hands the bottle to you, and your fingers touch when you take it. Every detail is real. The performer genuinely loves you during those 3 months. The body reactions, the heartbeat, the tears, all of it real. When the 3 months end, the performer walks into the extraction room. The entire relationship is cut out, turned into a file, and handed to you. The performer's mind resets to blank, waiting for the next client. You now own the entire memory of that summer. You can relive it whenever you want. But the performer doesn't remember you. Doesn't remember any of the beaches. Doesn't remember any of the fights. Doesn't remember that one night at 2 a.m. when you looked at her and said, "I think you're the only person who's ever really understood me." Her eyes welled up when she said it. That was real. In that moment, she truly believed you were the person who understood her most in the world. And now she doesn't remember you saying it. You live the rest of your life carrying that summer alone. You remember she was afraid of the ocean, but walked 10 meters into it for you. You remember the little dimple on the right side of her smile. You remember she said she hated cats, but secretly fed the orange tray in the hotel courtyard every morning. All these details are inside your head now. But so is another fact. She deleted all of it. That's the price of owning a summer someone else was paid to forget. Memory trading isn't only about experiences, though. There's a second market entirely. Skills. A surgeon's hands after 30 years. A simultaneous interpreter's neural pathways. A structural engineer's gut instinct for spotting a weak point in a building. These aren't things you need to learn anymore. They're assets you can purchase outright. Rich people don't spend 10 years practicing piano. They buy a pianist's flow state, the muscle memory, the touch. 10 years of grinding compressed into a few hours of write. The buyer wakes up and plays Chopin. The pianist gets paid. But the sensation of playing the piano is gone from their mind forever. They can still teach fingerings. They will never again feel that electric thrill of their fingertips pressing into the keys. What they sold wasn't knowledge. It was proof that they once lived. A 30-year-old billionaire walks around with the accumulated expertise of a dozen top professionals inside his head. He can follow 5 languages in the boardroom. He can talk a surgeon through an incision. He can dominate any conversation in any field using any technical vocabulary. He's not smart. He bought decades of other people's lives. And the people who sold their skills? The surgeon who sold his intuition still shows up at the hospital. But every incision now requires conscious thought instead of instinct. He's become a brand new med school graduate trapped in a 50-year-old body. They got paid, but they lost the core of who they were. And that core now lives inside some rich guy's head, a guy who's probably never set foot in an operating room but casually discusses coronary bypass techniques at cocktail parties. Everything up to this point is legal. Cross into the black market and the rules stop protecting anyone. Memory kidnapping and torture farms are the most brutal form of crime. Kidnappers no longer demand ransom. They abduct victims and force them through carefully designed extreme fear, unbearable pain, or profound despair. Then they extract those pure fear memories and sell them to psychologically twisted billionaires on the black market. The victim is released, physically intact, but their memory has been hollowed out. All that's left is a trembling shell. The fear is still there, but the thing they're afraid of has been carved out. The more subtle crimes don't require weapons. Memory assassins don't touch your body. They write a single false memory into your brain. The visuals, the smells, the tactile details, the doctor's tone of voice, the numbers on the lab report, all of it, flawless. The content is one thing. You've been diagnosed with terminal cancer. 3 months to live. The source of this memory is a black market memory performer who specializes in this kind of work. They create a custom false experience on demand, extract it, sell it to the assassin, who then writes it into the target. Your rational mind keeps telling you it's fake. Your body doesn't listen. Real symptoms begin to manifest. Appetite loss, weight dropping, organ function declining. 3 months later, you're dead. Cause of death? Natural. The killer didn't need to be in the room. All they needed was your memory cloud address. The police can't even open a case. You died of your own belief. Afterwards, your memories are extracted for a death investigation. The examiner finds an unregistered write in your memory. They know you were murdered, but they can't prove it because the memory has fused with you completely. The truth is inside your brain, and the truth itself is the murder weapon. Then there's an industry called memory scapegoating. A rich person commits a crime. Lawyers arrange for the criminal memory to be extracted, then find a matching scapegoat, usually someone drowning in memory debt. The scapegoat gets the rich person's crime written into them. Right complete. The scapegoat now remembers committing the murder, embezzling the money, cooking the books. They confess in court with 0 tells because they genuinely believe they did it. A polygraph detects no lies. The real criminal's mind is spotless. They can even pass a lie detector, proving they don't remember doing anything wrong. Manufacturing a scapegoat costs far less than fighting a court case. The law punishes the container of the memory, not the criminal. And the scapegoat sits in prison asking the same question every day. Am I the murderer? The law says yes. My memory says yes, but I know I didn't do it. If the truth is ever discovered, he can be released. But after release, what happens to the murder memory in his head? Delete it, and he's destroying evidence. Keep it, and he lives the rest of his life carrying a guilt that doesn't belong to him. There's one more market built on the oldest need there is. Memory brothels. They don't sell bodies. They don't sell sex. They sell the memory of being loved. A client walks in, selects a performer. For the next hour or night or week, the two of them will genuinely fall in love. Every touch, every whisper, every early morning look, all of it is real. The performer's physical reactions and emotional investment are not an act. During the service, they truly love you. When it's over, the performer walks into the extraction room. The entire relationship is pulled out as a file and handed to the client, and their own mind resets to blank, waiting for the next client. The client walks away with a complete memory of the relationship. They now own an authentic, mutual love. The only catch? The other person's love was deleted the moment the transaction closed. They're the only person on earth who remembers that relationship. Some clients purchase the same performer over and over. Every time is a fresh start. The performer never remembers them. The client has to introduce themselves again, make them fall in love again, relive the entire process of being forgotten and then reloved by the same person. They accumulate a dozen memories of falling in love with the same woman. And for her, every single time is the first meeting. He knows exactly which night her shoulders will start to relax. He knows which sentence will make her eyes glisten. He knows the precise moment she shifts from service to real. That moment comes every time. And every time, it's the first time. He is the sole archaeologist of this relationship. She is a site that gets bulldozed after every dig. On top of all these transactions, a new fault line splits society apart. At the top are the memory rentiers. They have soaked in the distilled essence of hundreds of lives. Centuries of experience and pleasure, not just experiences, but skills and understanding. Ask one what they miss most, and they'll learn 3 different mothers cooking. They have no nostalgia. They don't belong anywhere. It's not that they're cold. They've been diluted by too many lives. At the bottom are the memory proletariat. They've sold every meaningful moment they ever owned. Biologically human, but mentally a blank slate. All they can do is create memories for the rich, or buy cheap, low-grade doses of other people's pain just to prove to themselves they're still alive. There's a group called the Hollows. They've sold everything, even the memory of their own name. They sit on park benches, eyes vacant, looping the free basic memory pack the government hands out to keep them stable. Blue sky, white clouds, some meaningless geometric lines. Their hearts are still beating. That's the only part of them still alive. One generation in, the gap between top and bottom isn't economic anymore. It's cognitive. The rich buy. The poor sell. Humanity is splitting into 2 different species. Caught in the middle are the memory addicts. The same high 3 times and it stops working. Addicts start chasing darker, more twisted memories. The rush of killing. The release of being brutalized. The despair of watching someone you love die. Eventually they purchase the death experience memory, the physical memory of actually dying once. Many of them flatline during the playback, dying for real in the middle of reliving it. It's not suicide. They're just chasing a high that can never be topped. At a memory addiction support group, people sit in a circle. One says, I bought a death experience and now I dream about dying every night. Another says, I bought a murder memory and now I can't look in the mirror. At the end of the meeting, someone at the door hands everyone a flyer. The black market just got a fresh shipment of premium fear. Everyone silently puts it in their pocket. But the world isn't all darkness, end-of-life memory bank. Elderly people don't donate organs anymore. They donate the brightest moments of their lives. The heartbeat on their wedding night. The cry of their child being born. The face of their spouse laughing in the sunset. These memories are packaged and given away for next to nothing, or for free, to people with severe depression. People about to end their lives, so they can feel, one more time, that being alive was worth it. A factory worker, 40 years on the line, dies an unremarkable man. His memory pack goes up for public sale. A college student buys it for pocket change, scrolling through, finds a single moment. 4 a.m. at the factory. Morning light slants through a high window, hits the machinery, and for a few seconds, all that steel turns to gold. The old man just stood there watching. Nobody knows what he was thinking. The college student, from that day on, looks up at the windows every time he passes a factory. He didn't inherit any skills, knowledge, or identity. He inherited a moment, the angle at which one ordinary person, once, looked at the world and felt something gentle. A mother sells every memory of her child growing up to pay for the treatment that saves their life. The child recovers. She watches videos of herself to imitate the way a mother should react. Every detail is flawless. The child grows up and says, the thing I'm most afraid of isn't that my mom forgot me. It's that she does everything perfectly, and I know it's not love. It's a dedicated employee completing a job. She traded the substance of a relationship for a container shaped like one. And there are those who refuse to trade at all. A movement called the Memory Pure. They believe a person should only contain the memories they actually lived. Their children have never had a single foreign memory written into them. They are the only true naturals left in this era. Mainstream society sees them as outcasts. They see themselves as the last humans. Their minds are worthless in the age of the market. And because of that, they are the freest people alive. So now it comes back to you. If you could buy the memory of being loved, would you still spend years building a real relationship? The feeling of being loved you bought is real neurochemistry, but you've never met the person who loved you. If the worst heartbreak of your life is what made you into the sharper, wiser person you are now, selling it means going backwards. Are you willing to trade the maturity you earned for a pile of cash? If your child no longer needs your guidance, your patience, your presence, because they can simply buy your entire accumulated wisdom and have it written straight into their head, what's left for the two of you to talk about? Are you sure the memory sitting in your head right now, the one you love the most, actually belongs to you? If this world got under your skin, that's the whole point of this channel. New What If? Every week. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.